Hello guys, welcome back from another video live with Dearly. Today guys, we're gonna do some labor works. This is a lot of works. As you can see, my lovely assistant is busy there. I like to call you lovely assistant now.
Oh, okay.
Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Okay guys, we're gonna, what you call this? Unload the firewood we got this firewood guys from our dear friends. They they cut down a tree last year and then they split it up and then they give it to us.
Split it.
Oh, what they did?
They cut it into lengths.
Oh yeah, that's
Trust
different.
me, hon. Don't
They-
take any effort, of our future efforts away from. We appreciate it. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but trust me, there's still a lot of work to go. We still got to split it ourselves.
Yeah, but that's nice that he.
Oh yeah, they cut it into lengths.
Yeah, they cut it in length. See that? That's a lot. That's a lot of firewood. Hashtag thankful.
Thanks, honey.
What?
I just wanted to point out. Did you tell them what kind it is?
Oh no. Okay, you
Why
tell
don't you
me.
tell them?
What kind is this?
This is black cherry.
Oh, black cherry.
It's a very desirable hardwood. It goes back and forth for being the most expensive hardwood in the United States with black walnut. Depends on what the market's calling for most, but at times this is the most expensive, most desirable hardwood in the United States. It's unfortunate that every now and then some of it does have to get burned, but if you're a small property owner, you got one in your yard, it's not like you can call up a lumber mill and say, hey, do you want one tree? They're not going to come for it. But it does burn really well. It burns hot. It burns slow-ish, not as slow as oak or locust especially. But the really neat thing about burning black cherry is that the veins inside the wood are closed off. Most hardwoods, such as oak, the veins are open through the length of the tree. With cherry, they're closed off sporadically. So when you burn this, you get that snap, crackle, pop sound.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, like when you watch fireplaces in movies, it goes that romantic.
Fireworks,
the ambiance.
Yeah,
You
love
get that with black cherry. So that's what I love to burn black cherry.
Yeah.
Okay, there's their little firewood lesson.
There is Crazy Lake talking, okay, guys?
So crazy. All he does is read and do stuff and pay attention to details and learns all this weird stuff. That is just crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's why I like him. I like to work with him because he's very knowledgeable. Yeah, guys, that cherry firewood is really, really, really. It smells so good to honey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why we're glad that our friends gave it to us. Thank you, friends. Okay, guys, I'm talking too much again. Now it's time to work. Look at, did you see my hat? Kevin gave me this pink hat. I barely use this. And I have pink gloves. Kevin likes to give me pink stuff. I like dark color. But I still like this because I like this kind of pink. It's not dark pink. Okay, guys, I'm talking again. I'm gonna go to work. Okay, guys, I hope you join us.
I wish they were here to join us too, honey. Let's make this go quicker.
I know. This is good workout too. You know what, guys? I have a saying. This is for me, okay? Who works together, it stays forever. You know that?
Team stays together forever.
Yeah. Who works together, it stays forever. I like.
Forever.
Who works together, it stays forever.
Okay, hon.
Is that correct?
Close enough.
Guys, I like working with Kevin, even though we disagree in so many stuff, and then it's so nonsense. Yeah, it's fun though. It's getting hot. You know what, guys? It's getting, the sun just come out. You know what, guys? In the Philippines, every time it's sunny, I always hide because it's so hot and it's so humid, and sometimes it hurts my skin too if I stay long. But since when I live here in the US, that's when I appreciate sun after experiencing cold weather. Yeah, I always get out. I'm always looking forward for the summer. That's really neat.
Yep.
And then here I only experience here sunbathing because I just appreciate sun. But in the Philippines, I never did sunbathing.
You
I
hid
always
from the sun, huh?
Yeah, I always have my umbrella.
Because, well, there's two reasons for it. Number one, you've never experienced a North American winter before, which you
Yeah.
have now.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, don't scream. It made it jump. We had a hatch of these praying mantises here
It's pretty.
a couple weeks ago. This is how big they are now, but these things are everywhere. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were so small you could barely see them, but there are literally hundreds of these guys around.
Yeah, I love the color.
Yeah. Say hi. So also, hun, in the Philippines, since you're only 7 degrees above the equator, you were actually about 20,000 miles closer to the sun because the Earth's fat in the middle.
Yeah.
And so here you're actually further away from the sun because we're further up on the northern hemisphere. So it's not actually painful like it is down there.
Yeah.
But then again, 5 months of winter, and
Yeah.
you love to be out in the sun after that, huh?
Yeah. I enjoy it. I don't care if it's hot. I prefer summer than winter. I hate winter.
So do I.
I don't like it. But sometimes I like it when it's snow because I like to play sleigh riding. Yeah, but only once or twice.
Once our kids educated here in the U.S., we're going to be spending winters in the Philippines and summers in the U.S., huh, honey?
Yep, that's the plan.
That was the plan when we came here. It's still the plan, huh?
Yeah. We can make plans, honey, while we're still alive.
Huh?
We can keep making plans while we're still alive.
That's right. And we keep carrying them out, too, huh?
Yep. I hope you're enjoying watching us unloading firewood and telling stories. Can I get that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, I have a story to tell you. You know what? When I was young, we live in the capital. What you call that? Capital read. I don't. What you call that? Like we live in Manila. Capital is
Capital city?
no, not because it's not gonna be city because we're
What
not
are you trying to say?
like we're Luzon.
Province?
Yeah, capital province. Oh no, yeah, basta we live in Manila. And then when I was young, I was young, we don't have a gas stove. Like a gas stove where you just gas and then just
Say to cook on.
yeah, to cook on. We don't have gas stove to cook on. So we're using firewood to cook our meals every day. So my dad, he's working in a construction worker. So sometimes every day when he gets home, he always bring up firewood from the area where he was working. And also sometimes if we run out of firewood to cook with, we go around, we just like walking around everywhere or look at houses who's building a new house, and then if they have like extra wood, we ask them if we can have it so that we can use it to cook with. Yeah, it's really hard to find a firewood because we live in, and also you cannot just go some other property to get their firewood. So what's my point? Oh, my point is when I got here in the US, wow, it's unlimited firewood. and also when Kevin went to the Philippines, and then he bought a lot of firewood, and then firewood there it's so expensive, you know. And then when I was young, we cannot afford it because we're very poor. So Kevin, he built a fire pit in our backyard, and then he ordered one truckload full of firewood, and then where you have a campfire, and then our neighbor, they're all like, "Oh my God, did you see Dirty's husband? He's wasting firewood."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around a campfire like
Yeah, because we just like burn the firewood and then just stare at it. But when Kevin explained it to me, that's like what you
it's like a
what's-
cultural activity.
yeah,
over there.
cultural
Cultural activity.
yeah, culture activity. So I tell my neighbors that that's how they do it where he's from. So
And of course, that gave him
That
all,
makes
once
him
again,
happy.
Confirmation that everybody in America is rich, huh?
yeah, they think he must be really, really rich
Well,
because
everybody in America is rich, right?
yeah, because he just buy firewood and just burn it because it's really funny.
Well, but because we cook with electricity and heat, or
Yeah.
electricity and gas, and
Yeah,
No.
and then we don't.
okay, you get that.
Wow, honey, you're very strong.
Yeah, I know. Even though I already ran for 30 minutes this morning and lifted weights, this is my cool down. That's true, isn't it, honey?
Yeah.
So I don't take many breaks. But listen, here's the facts: 90% of all trees in the world that are cut down for firewood. People in America, they think, oh, timbering this, timbering that. You know, less than 10% of the trees taken down are used for timber. 90% is used to cook with, because the majority of the world's population, like 88% or something, cook their food with wood. These are in the third world countries. Chop, chop, chop. Very rarely do you see a mature tree because they don't live long enough to mature, because they chop them down and use them to cook with. So yeah, so here comes me, you know, Mr. Americano, burning wood in the evenings, having a campfire out in the yard, just kind of relaxed, and it was viewed differently there. But what was my point? I don't know. It'll blow your mind if you know, because people like to demonize so many things, and they just don't know what they're talking about. Google this. Look and see what percentage of trees are cut down for the purpose of cooking. Not even heating, not even, wood for heat, because these are tropical regions.
Yeah,
Tropical regions, most of the third world countries, and then also in other regions where it's very hot. They don't need heat, but they need to cook their food. And it needs to be done. I mean, they've got to eat. I'm not judging, I'm informing. Don't blame the timber companies for taking those. Oh, they're, this is what, well, no. And even the illegal logging and timbering is done for purposes that you're not even aware of, or whatever. It's so hard to say what needs to be said when there's. I had a point, but whatever. I need to just keep working. I mean, seriously, I'm not trying to defend capitalism or something, which I firmly believe in. I'm all for it. But it's just, I'm just not about demonizing.
You're being real.
Well, I mean, I've seen the rest of the world, and I see,
Woo.
I've seen locals in these places capture wombats, endangered species, and sell them for profit. Whereas we're told it's the large zoos, whatever. So I need to do firewood. I hope I didn't ruin the video.
No, you don't. You're the sunshine of my video, honey.
Oh, I'll move it over for you, huh?
Okay, guys, we're almost done. And then we're gonna split that up on fall, honey, right?
Yeah, in fall when the weather gets cooler.
Yeah. See, guys, if you work together with your spouse,
Stay forever, huh?
yeah, you stay forever and gets quicker. Oh, it's done quicker. It gets quicker. What the heck?
Sounds good, huh?
Okay.
Okay, I got it. My point was this: everybody wants to demonize capitalism and make it sound like the entire world is suffering at the hands of capitalism. If you saw how much the world suffered at the hands of third world locals who simply don't know any better, but for some reason no one wants to address that. That was my point. The Pacific Garbage Patch is a collection of litter, majority plastic, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, twice the size of the state of Texas, that can be seen from outer space by satellite. Corporations didn't put it there. Locals in about 6 different Southeast Asian countries put it there by throwing their garbage on the street without thinking about it, taking their wrappers off their candy bar, throwing it on the street without a care. It makes its way into the water system, gets into the currents, and after 50 years of this happening, there is a massive island made of trash, twice the size of the state of Texas. Exxon didn't do it.
You got your point, honey?
Yeah, I made my point. It'll probably piss
Good.
people off, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. It's still people in third world countries, they still up there, they eat their food. Like if there's like a candy wrapper, they just throw it on the road or where they're standing. It's really sad, but you know, that's
Hey, you tell
That's
them and they don't care,
true.
do they?
nope.
They tell me if I don't like it, go back to my country, huh? So guess what? I did 6 acres. You won't find a piece of trash on this property, huh, honey?
Nope.
6 acres, no garbage.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. It's a choice. I'll wait till it's gone so I don't get anything in your eyes.
Wow, hon, we're almost done. How long it take us? Oh, not yet. Wow.
All right, that's it. And then this.
I think we need to sweep that so that when we
Yeah,
go
we will.
drive,
We will.
it's not gonna
Fly out everywhere.
fly out everywhere. Okay, guys, we're done unloading our firewood from our friends.
Yeah, look, that didn't take long because you helped me, huh?
Yeah, we're recording this for 18 minutes,
Well,
close
that's
to.
not bad at all, huh?
Yeah, that is very quick. I didn't even sweat.
You didn't even sweat?
Because you are too sweet to be with.
I was gonna say, I think I did, no?
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah, you're sweating a lot. Okay, guys. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you learned something from my culture. And I hope you please subscribe, likes, and click the bell button so that every time I upload video, you get notified. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. You wanna say something, honey?
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.